Hi, I'm Robin Rectenwald. I am a WVU IMC grad of 2018, and I am an account director at BCW. What led me into agency life? So wasn't originally my career path. When I was in school, I was interning for an MLB team, Pittsburgh Pirates, and that was the career path that I wanted to go. But as many might know, it is really hard to break into sports. It's a very competitive career path. So the first job that I applied to out of college, which was part of my job board with the school, my undergraduate school that I went to, there was a posting for a small communications firm, and I applied. Didn't know anything about it. Got a call back. Interviewed, was offered the position, and from there, that's where I learned everything from media list building, press release writing, client service, and I just loved it. I fell in love with it. So it hasn't been a path that I thought I was gonna be on, but once you get into agency, you fall in love with client service, you fall in love with the different kinds of work that you get to do in an agency setting. And so from there, I've gone from small boutique agencies, and now I'm working for BCW, which is the third largest PR agency in the world. So for people who are interested in taking the agency path, my biggest advice is network, network, network. There's gonna be a lot of people at agency who love to talk about their career path, who love to talk about how they got into agency. So my biggest advice is, if you're looking to get in that role, reach out to somebody like me. People are welcome to reach out to me and just have a conversation. Find out, because there's so many different types of agencies, so many different sizes, some have specialties. So my biggest advice is to talk to different people in the agency world and find out what kind of agency you might be interested in, because there's lots of options. So my advice to students whenever they start thinking about grad school is to get some career experience, get some work experience, because then that's when you find out what you like and what you don't like. So for me, my career started in agency, which wasn't something that I thought I was going to follow through with. And once I was about 4 years out of graduation, I'd learned the basics, right? I'd learned how to build media lists. I'd learned how to pitch. I'd learned how to write press releases. And what I wanted to learn in grad school was how to become more strategic, right? How to really think of these great campaigns and new ideas, and be more innovative with the work that I was doing with clients. And so the IMC program was perfect to learn brand equity and management, and to learn crisis communications, and to learn things that I wasn't learning in my role, but I was able to apply back directly to my clients. It really excelled my career. So the day in the life of an agency really varies from day to day. So for people who may get bored in routines, or who can't sit at a desk from 9 to 5, agency is a really great lifestyle for people who like to work on things little bits at a time. So that was a bit of a transition for me. Whenever I was at my first job, I would spend hours working on a media list. There wasn't as big of an urgency or deadline, but agencies are full of deadlines, full of tons of client requests. So there's a lot of multitasking. So for somebody to succeed at an agency, time management is number one, somewhat of an organization, but just being able to monitor and people who are in love with knowing what's going on in the world, that's what brings ideas back to clients. So the day in the life in agency changes every day, but that's what keeps it exciting. It's tough to say. I can't really recommend which classes to take through the WVU program, because every single class is going to help. Now, if you're in an agency role where you might focus more on, again, all agencies are different. So some come in, for me, a lot of what my clients want. One day they might want PR, the next day they might want social media help. So it was helpful for me to come to a program that did have lots of different classes, because then I was able to dabble in a lot of different topics, and that's been helpful. But there are some agencies where you might just be on the PR team, or you might just be on the digital team. And so if that's the case, then I would recommend, concentrating towards some of those classes. But I think that's the beauty of what we do, is we are kind of all generalists and not specialists, where we are expected to know a little bit of everything, and that's really going to help. That's why this program is so helpful, because you do have that option to learn about marketing communications in so many different areas, and that's what helped me. So when it comes to this field, I would say the top 3 skills that you need is writing, reading, and speaking, which sounds like no duh. We're a marketing communications agency, but read every single day, whether it's reading the news, reading a book, reading other people's blogs, whatever it is. Every day you should spend time reading, every day you should spend time writing, and that could be short form writing, long form writing, writing a journal, or writing your own blog, or writing social posts. And then speaking, those presentation skills weren't something that I was ever really good at until I started teaching and started doing more client presentations. So in this field, I'd say the top 3 skills are reading, writing, and speaking. If you are considering the IMC program or any of the WVU marketing communications programs, I highly recommend the program. It changed my career. It changed how my creativity and my strategic thinking. I have absolutely no regrets. Every single penny definitely is worth this program, and the amazing people and network that you'll meet is a life changer. I'm not just saying that.